Okay, so this video I'm going to start looking at my boat again. I did a previous video where I uncovered it for the first time in years. So I'm just going to go around it quickly, have a look, see what needs doing. As you know, I've got a Land Rover project on the go as well. That is a priority, that's the thing I'm going to be putting all my effort into for the next few months. But in between doing Land Rover videos or waiting for parts or money or whatever, then I'll do the occasional boat video. Can't actually do an awful lot to the boat, to be honest. I'll show you in a minute. It needs a huge amount of fiberglass in on the outside of the hull, underneath the hull and inside. I can't do this in the garden. The boat is carrying this in the garden. For a start, resin will just stink, and I'm sure I'll get complaints. And the other thing is, resin doesn't work that well in sort of lower temperatures anyway. Once the Land Rover's finished, what I'll do then is I'll move the boat into the garage and I can start working on it in there properly. Until then, I'm just going to do a few videos, you know, having a potter around with it and see what I need doing. I don't have an awful lot of experience with boats. In fact, I have no experience in boats. Apart from when I first bought this boat, I did spend many days grinding down the inside, putting down you know, removing the old fiberglass, putting down the new fiberglass. I spent a long time doing that. I've also spent a lot of time grinding down the front of it, done a bit of research, but that's the extent of my knowledge. So the whole idea of this boat, it's only a small boat. I think it's about 17 foot. I doubt I'll ever take it into the sea. Maybe I'll get it to a state where I can use it in the local lake. But my plan is, I've always wanted to buy a larger sailing boat, powered sailing boat, yacht, whatever they're called. So really this thing for me is more about learning about boats, learning about how to refurbish them and you know, how to decorate them, or the you know, that type of thing, how to deck them out. I don't know, I mean, I spent £350 in this boat. It's a small boat. I can't ever see me sailing off. I can't ever see me going across the channel in it. I'd probably die. So I think it can be used as a fishing boat. You can probably, like I say, if anyone knows anything about boats, comment. You know, I think if you put a bigger outboard engine in it, sort of 40 or 50 HP, you can sort of take it coastal, and we could go coastal and maybe a bit of fishing or something like that. But ideally, I want a boat that I can go across the channel and I can go around Europe in it as well, or wherever. But that'll be, you know, in the future when I can afford that. So in the meantime, yeah, I'm going to sort of push on with this boat, make some videos along the way, learn more about fiberglassing and you know. So yeah, let's go and have a look now then. It's in the garden, it's been covered, it's soaking wet, I'll need to dry it out. I need to then go around, do a list of jobs that needs doing to it. But it's unlikely I'll do that much to it now. I can't work on the boat outdoors. It needs a lot of fiberglass in, and that stuff stinks. It also, you know, fiberglass doesn't work very well with sort of lower temperatures. So I can't really do an awful lot with this boat until the Land Rover is finished. And then I'll take the Land Rover out the garage and the boat can go in the garage, and that'll be the next project. But whilst I'm waiting for Land Rover bits, you know, I can sort of do some boat videos for a bit of fun. So yeah, let's go and have a look. Okay, so the history of this boat. I do a lot of scuba diving, and I quite fancied getting a boat for whatever reason. Whether it's just take the kids out, go scuba diving off, go fishing, whatever. I just fancied a boat, and this thing was going on eBay. I think it was £350, I think it was. And it is pretty much what you can see now. It's an empty fiberglass shell. I think the boat was made in the sort of 1970s, something like that. And the only information I can find on it is it's called something called I think it's called a Thunderjet. And the information says that it's like 17 foot long. Now I've just measured this, and it's only 16 foot long. So I think it's a slightly different model to the ones I've seen online. And the information I see online is not a huge amount, but I've got some reference photos to see what it's supposed to look like. Now, as you can see, everything's been taken off. There's no fittings, there's no engine, no steering, nothing. Every
metal piece has been taken from it. The window's missing, so they'd have to be replaced. The front window's particularly a problem because it's actually curved, and I don't know how I'm going to get glass to do that. One of the things I was thinking maybe is if I could sort of put a frame here, then I'll have a flat piece on the side and a flat piece on the front. Or maybe I can just get perspex. Can you bend perspex? I don't know. We'll see. The other thing on the back as well, to stop the water getting in. Well, there you have a door anyway that goes into the cabin, but this whole back piece has a large canopy, like a canvas canopy that you put over it when it's raining. It's quite an ugly looking thing, but I'll have to have a think about what I'm going to do with that as well. I've got the frame, I've got a lot of the fittings, to be honest. They're all sort of old and rusted and damaged, so I should be able to use them as templates. Now, when I started work on this, I basically got stuck in, and I spent many days with an angle grinder grinding out all the old fiberglass, because the inside here was completely rotten and any remaining wood was rotten. And I ripped out all the old wood, kept it for templates, and then I went in and started fiberglass in the bottom here, and I put those new stringers going across there using marine ply. It's basically 2 sheets of marine ply cut out, and then sort of used resin to stick them together. The problem is it needs a lot of work doing on the outside the hull. So one of the previous owners has obviously gone at it with an angle grinder, and they've just sort of taken off all the old fiberglass. It was all flaking off, no doubt, and they've just gone in. The problem is they've severely damaged the fiberglass now, so this needs to be completely flattened down and then a new top coat put on. That's going to be quite a bit of work, and I think the only way I'm going to do this is by turning the boat upside down. So I need to get it in the garage and turn it upside down, but so I don't want to do much work inside, because the more once I start fiberglassing inside, it's going to add a lot of weight to it, and it'll just make it harder to maneuver. At least there's nothing in it now, so I can turn it over. But I can't really do that until I get the Land Rover at the garage, so that's not going to be for a while anyway. So I think the best thing I can do is start writing down a list of tasks to do, and start thinking about it and planning it, and sort of looking online where I get bits from. You know, I've got to get new cushions from inside here, new table, new doors, new sink, everything. But the main thing is the top coat on the hull, and I must admit I don't actually know how you do that. It's I think the last time I looked into this, you can actually put it on with a spray gun, or you can paint it by hand, but this would have to be quite smooth, because any sort of cuts into it, there's cuts going right into the fiberglass where somebody's gone at it with a fucking angle grinder. So I'd have to smooth all this off anyway, and I don't know. Maybe I can't even save it. I just don't know. I'm gonna have a look. Right, so this is where you can see, well, maybe you can't, but I put all the fiberglass down in here, put several layers of, what's it called, CSM? Which is the matting, and then the fiberglass added to that. Rebuilt this back as well. And then the plan was to do the same here. Do you know what? I don't think this... I think this is okay. I think this is probably better than what I think. I basically put these stringers down here, and they're all fiberglassed over. They look completely sealed to me. So I'm not entirely convinced. I'll have to redo all this. I then start going round, filling any small holes in, and sanding those down. Still got loads more to do. don't want to get too carried away looking inside here. I need to finish the outside bit before I start thinking about the inside. But it's good to get in here and have a look at it. This is where I'll be sat. Sitting here, cold beer, looking at the window, the blue sky and the dolphins. The blue sea, sorry. It's tiny, isn't it? But, you know, it'd be a great little fishing boat, this. Or just going out, you know, going out with the kids. It's quite a nice little boat, really. I mean, it's tiny. You know, there's a little tiny sink there. You've seen the video of the toilet. I mean, that's just ridiculously small. How you can go in there, I really don't know. Particularly if you've got a big fat arse, which I don't, but you got the door there. You know, obviously you'd have the windows here. This bit here will have cushions on the left and the right and the front there, and I think you can just sort of sit on it, and like a table that you can put down as well to eat. So you could easily, they reckon that you can get 6 people on this boat, but that's more down to weight than anything else. It's only, I've been reading up, it's only got a berth for 2, so you have one person sleeping on the left, one on the right. So yeah, alright, I reckon this is going to be a nice little project. Thing is, it's been sat around for years, so... Right, I'm going to go make a brew, and then I'm going to start writing down a list of things to do. Catch you later.